Let's say if I'm a no voice trader and you want to explain me how do you initiate a trade, a buy or a sell. So what are the parameters you use?
Since I was primarily doing Ichimoku, so obviously it is, above the cloud it was always bullish and below the cloud it's bearish. So, once you know it's bullish or bearish, which side you have to start the trade from. So that basically is to give the impetus for a person, whether to go long or short a currency. Then the levels where you need to go long or where you want to go short. Basically entry exit levels were nicely defined in Ichimokus.
So you enter based on your conversion line or a baseline,
Yeah.
or you have some predetermined entry level. How is it like?
When it is far away from the support and resistance level, obviously you have to look out for a place where you can actually enter with a tight stop loss in case it doesn't happen. Otherwise, you'll end up having nothing to trade on. And for someone who is a compulsive trader, it becomes very difficult to be sitting without any position looking for the support level to come. So, maybe make a graded entry, take some and then wait for a dip to happen and then buy some more.
Okay.
Or look for a currency which is probably possible that you can get a position, buy or sell.
So if I don't have an immediate setup, immediate conversion crossover which is happening, so you have help, you take help from other indicators like moving averages or MACD or RSI to enter the level to buy or sell.
I wouldn't say that. I would say I would look for entry as far as Ichimoku is concerned, but these would help me in deciding whether I should go ahead or not, Particularly, as I said, where there's a divergence, then I would stay away from the markets, waiting for the correction to happen and then enter. Bollingers, yes, I would do that when I'm looking for a breakout.
Okay.
Yes.
So the predominant mind in each and every trader's mind is the entry and exit. So entry, I agree, you get from Ichimoku. How do you time the exit? Because I presume Ichimoku is a trend following system. You keep running with the position till the trend reverses. So you have any benchmark in place where you take some partial profit and let the remaining position run? How do you go about it?
Yeah, that's a very interesting one, because that's where the finesse of a trader is known, How do you know when you should take profit or not? What we would, or I would do is, take part profits so that, I'm having a comfort level that is not happening. So graded entries, graded exits. And pyramiding is something we used to call as top gunning in Grindlays. So that was where they said, add to the winning positions. That I used to do only when the conviction was very, very high. Otherwise, no, not really.
So any favorable patterns you look in, any 2-3 favorable patterns you look in, like you've been successful with that, you try to repeat it, go full on with that kind of when pattern emergence, anything particular?
Nothing in particular as far as that is concerned. No.
So there's not much of pattern in Ichimoku, it's more of the price above the cloud.
But I, apart from what I saw in books and from Reuters and literature and all, I found my own way of interpreting Ichimoku, which is not there in any of the literatures, which was more of my experience of handling the currency, so the currencies and the charts. Then I realized, the crossovers have been so much more stronger indicators of the move rather than the move above the cloud or below the cloud. So wherever I saw a crossover of Kijun Tenkan, I felt, it was a time that you could take a position, and generally you could make at least a daily profit on that. So the crossovers were very good.
So basically, this is kind of a backtesting you did, just looking at the chart, or you had any system to backtest?
Not a system, but it was more of seat of the pants.
Okay, so you look at this price, the conversions breaking the base, how much I get a profit, what is the drawdown like?
Yeah,
so
but in that case, I would look at it more closely, because it's something I started doing on my own, the breakouts and all that were happening, or the crossovers that were happening. So I would closely monitor how it was doing. And once the crossovers became wider, then I knew, okay, it's time to run the position.